What's going on, guys? Football Galaxy here, and welcome back to a brand new MLS video / live stream here in the Football Galaxy channel. For today, folks, I will be sharing with y'all my absolutely brilliant, mind-blowing, genius predictions for the 2023 MLS Cup Playoffs. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen. So, as you can see here, we have our MLS Cup Playoffs Bracket ready. We are using this, by the way, from the MLSsoccer.com website. Totally not sponsored. And so here's the bracket, guys. So let's just take a look on the left side. We got the Western Conference. We got St. Louis City SC versus Sporting Kansas City, Houston Dynamo versus Real Salt Lake, LAFC versus Vancouver Whitecaps, and Seattle Sounders versus FC Dallas. Taking a look at the Eastern Conference on the right-hand side, we got FC Cincinnati versus New York Red Bulls, Philadelphia Union versus New England Revolution, Columbus Crew versus Atlanta United, and Orlando City versus Nashville SC. Those are the teams for this year's MLS Cup Playoffs. Guys, let me know in the comments below, who do you guys think will win MLS Cup this year? Now, just a quick disclaimer, folks. I tend to have bad luck when it comes to MLS predictions. For those who watched my 2023 Leagues Cup predictions, you guys probably might recall how absolutely terrible I got that. I didn't even get half of them correct. So I don't expect to get much correct on this one either, but I'm still going to pull it off. I'm going to try to get my inner Irish guy into these predictions. I'm going to be sharing with you all my absolute wild predictions. And hopefully I can at least get half of them right. We shall see, folks. So without further ado, then, guys, no more words. We better get things started. So let's kick it off right now. Let's start off in the Western Conference on the top left-hand side, starting with St. Louis City versus Sporting Kansas City. Now, just a quick note, the first round of the MLS Cup Playoffs, which in this case being the conference quarterfinals, it will be a best-of-3 round. So it will be 3 games, best 2 out of 3 wins, of course. And each game, if it ends in a draw, it will go directly to penalties. So there's no draw at all in this round. So, and of course, that means 2 home games and 1 away game. So for this case, it will be 2 St. Louis City home games and 1 SKC away game, or home game, I should say. So that being said, so the first round will be best of 3, and then from then on, it will be just 1 match. So for St. Louis City versus Sporting Kansas City, I'm going to predict St. Louis City to win this one. Of course, they won first place in the Western Conference. St. Louis City SC, their inaugural season this year, and they've been absolutely phenomenal. But also, they have been dominant versus Sporting Kansas City in the 3 matches that they've played this season. St. Louis City, I do believe they've had 2 wins over them, while Sporting Kansas City have had only 1. And St. Louis City has defeated Sporting Kansas City before at Geddes Park, I don't know how you pronounce it, but at the home of St. Louis City, they beat them at home. SKC have beat them at Children's Mercy Park. So both teams have beaten each other at their home, but I don't really see Sporting Kansas City getting a win here. I know that they're a rivalry. This is technically a derby, the soccer capital derby. I don't even know what it's called, but there are rivals technically. So this will be a good game, or a good round, I should say. But I don't really see Sporting Kansas City win this one. I think St. Louis City will get on top of them, and the conference winners, or really the conference first place winners, will go through to the conference semifinals. Moving on to Houston Dynamo versus Real Salt Lake. This was for me also not going to think too much into this one. I'm going to say Houston Dynamo. And really, I don't see RSL win this one at all. In fact, RSL, they started off as a dark horse this season, but then towards the second half, and really just throughout the entire second half of the season, they just completely went downhill. I'm genuinely surprised that they kept their spot in the playoff zone. I mean, congrats to them, but I don't again, Houston Dynamo for me has been the much better team. They've been much more consistent, and they've really, do not underestimate Houston Dynamo. I know I'm probably going to, contradict that later on these predictions, but in this case, I really don't see RSL win this one, especially with the fact that they only have 1 home game in this 3-game round. So, I don't really see RSL win this one. I think Houston Dynamo will go on top and they will dominate RSL. And yeah, in fact, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Houston Dynamo wins 3 games. In fact, I don't know if a third game is necessary in this round. Please educate me in the live chat or in the comments below. But yeah, Houston Dynamo for me. They will face St. Louis City in the conference semifinals. Moving on to LAFC versus Vancouver Whitecaps. This is an interesting one because Vancouver Whitecaps has been a pretty good team, specifically towards the second half of the season. They did a good job in maintaining their spot in the playoff zone, and they are an impressive team. Another team that really shouldn't underestimate. And for me, I could totally see them win, but again, they really do have the disadvantage considering the fact that LAFC has 2 home games in this round. So, and honestly, LAFC at home is kind of a difficult challenge. It's not easy at all. So, yeah, I think I'm going to play it safe. And as much as I really dislike this because I'm a Galaxy fan, I'm going to say LAFC win this round. Again, I won't exactly be surprised if Vancouver Whitecaps gets the upset here and actually manages to beat LAFC. But I kind of don't see it happening. I think LAFC will be dominant. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if LAFC beats Vancouver at away at BC Place. Is that what it's called? BC Place or something like that? The home of Vancouver. But yeah, I think LAFC will win this one, so I'm going to play it safe. LAFC are going to go through to the semifinals. And lastly, Seattle Sounders versus FC Dallas. Now, this is a tricky one because I know FC Dallas got the last playoff position. No, that's not right. I think they got 7th place, if I'm not mistaken, guys. I think 7th place. I think 7th place. And Seattle got 2nd place in the Western Conference this season. So obviously Seattle is the bigger team, and they do have the home advantage, of course. But I kind of will not be surprised if FC Dallas manages to win this round and beat Seattle. Man, this is a tough one, and I think I'm gonna have to end this one until the end of this round because I don't know. I legit don't know who to choose. I mean, Seattle is the obvious choice, but again, Dallas is also a team not exactly to underestimate. But I mean, considering the fact that Seattle is kind of technically a better team, so you know what? Forget it. I think for now, I think I will choose Seattle. Again, Dallas can get an upset, and honestly, I can totally see them getting an upset at Lumen Field versus Seattle. That's the thing, but yeah, I think to play it safe, I think I'm going to put Seattle. So I think we might see a huge Western Conference clash in the semifinals between LAFC and Seattle. That's going to be a heck of a game if we do end up getting that in real life. So yeah, with that being said, we got the Western Conference done. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference. We got FC Cincinnati, the Supporter Shield winners. What was it, like 64 points or 69? I forgot. But yeah, Supporter Shield winners. Number 1 team in MLS this season, the favorites of MLS Cup, I should also point out, versus the New York Red Bulls, who got, I believe, 8th place, if I'm not mistaken. I think they got 8th place. They beat Charlotte in the wild card, so it's literally first place versus 8th place. And this is where my predictions are going to be interesting. At this point, you guys probably might have an idea what I'm going to say. And yes, I am totally full Irish guy here. I'm totally out of my mind. I'm crazy. I'm wild. Because yes, I am actually going to say that the New York Red Bulls are going to eliminate FC Cincinnati in the quarterfinals. I am not kidding. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the New York Red Bulls, even though they've never won MLS Cup in club history, they have much more experience in the playoffs, and they have gotten far in the playoffs. This is the first time FC Cincinnati is in the playoffs. And I know they're the Supporter Shield winners, but guys, for those who know MLS well, it's not uncommon for the team who have won the Supporter Shield to not win MLS Cup. In fact, it is more rare of a team winning both the Supporter Shield and MLS Cup in the same season. That's literally happened I think about 7 times in MLS history. In all of the 27, I want to say 27 or 28, 27 or 28 seasons of Major League Soccer, it's only happened at the very least 7 times in MLS history. So if it legit happens in real life, if FC Cincinnati gets eliminated somewhere in the playoffs or they don't win MLS Cup, it will not be a rare phenomenon. It's a common thing that's been happening in the league. So for those haters out there who really dislike MLS just because of the name. You're just this happens. This is the magic of the MLS Cup playoffs, where the most favorite team does not win the whole thing. So again, for those who hate MLS, you're just judging a book by its cover, bro. So some football fans you are. But anyway, yeah, that is my prediction, guys. My absolutely Irish guy type or style, wild, out of my mind predictions. I'm actually going to say that the New York Red Bulls will eliminate FC Cincinnati. I don't care if they have a disadvantage. I don't care if Cincinnati has the home advantage in this case, because again, it's going to be 2 home games for Cincinnati and only 1 home game for New York Red Bulls. I don't care. I'm literally going to be crazy in saying this, that the New York Red Bulls are going to beat FC Cincinnati. In fact, at this point in this video, in these predictions, this is the point where I either may end up as a complete idiot or as a complete genius. So we shall see, guys. And again, I do have bad luck when it comes to these predictions. So next up, we got Philadelphia Union versus New England Revolution. This is going to be a classic game. Both pretty powerful Eastern Conference teams. Oh, man, this is a tough one, guys. But honestly, I kind of don't see New England winning this one. Because, again, I mean, listen, guys, Philadelphia Union, for those who remember, of course, they were the MLS Cup finalists last season. And they've been a constant contender for MLS Cup for a while now. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to give up yet. They're definitely going to want to win MLS Cup this season. Their first one. Because, again, they've been at it. They've been at it for a while now. They haven't had luck on it, but I just feel like I feel like they're gonna have full mode, like full strength in trying to get the cup this season. Like they're gonna be on fire. Like their mentality is gonna be on fire. Their main focus is gonna be to try to win the MLS Cup, basically. I'm not saying that it's not the same thing for New England, but comparing the two teams, let's be honest here. Philadelphia's been the one who's tried to get it the most, because they've appeared the most recently in the MLS Cup playoffs, and even more because they were the finalists and they lost to LAFC last season. So for me, I think Philadelphia's going to get the win here. I will not be exactly surprised if New England wins, though. Of course, it will upset me because that means I got this one wrong. But again, I don't really see New England. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if New England does end up winning this one. But I think Philadelphia will go through. And yeah, just to play it safe, I don't know if I'm playing it safe, but for me, like, my guts just says that's going to be Philadelphia Union. All right, next up, we got Columbus Crew versus Atlanta United. This is going to be a very good one. Again, Columbus does have the home advantage, and honestly, Atlanta could get the upset here, because really Columbus is a better team over Atlanta United. Not to say that Atlanta United is, or they haven't been a bad team, but they've been a lot more rusty this season than Columbus. Originally, I was going to say Columbus to go to the semis, and I might still end up going with that, but honestly, I could legit see Atlanta get an upset here. That's the thing. But Atlanta does have the worst defense compared to Columbus, and Columbus kind of does have the more better attack than Atlanta. Atlanta, they really have Thiago Almada, and I forgot his first name, but the Greek striker Giacomakis. But Columbus, they have Cucho Hernandez, and I know they have more, but I can't think of more on the top of my head right now. But again, if we were to compare both teams, Columbus is kind of technically the better team here. Oh, man. I kind of want to see Atlanta's going to get the upset here. Let's see what happens. I might change at the end, but I think for now I might legit say Atlanta. I don't know. I kind of feel like they might get the upset. Because, guys, that's the thing. That's literally what MLS Cup Playoffs is all about. There are so many upsets. The favored team does not always win. In fact, it's the team that's most likely to win who ends up winning it. So that's the thing. Oh, boy. I'm going to go with Atlanta. I can't believe I'm doing it, but I think I'm going to go with Atlanta. And finally, last but not least, Orlando versus Nashville. This, for me, I kind of didn't have to think too much on this. I'm going to go with Orlando City. I don't really see Nashville end up winning this one, mainly because Orlando has been, besides Cincinnati, the second most hottest team in the Eastern Conference, with the hottest form and with the hottest energy, really. In fact, I kind of do see Orlando go far into the playoffs this season, not going to lie. So I'm going to be genuinely shocked if Nashville ends up eliminating Orlando City in the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. I'm going to be shocked because I really do not see it. I just don't see Orlando lose this one, especially with the fact that they get to play at Exploria Stadium twice. I just don't see it happening. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to go with Orlando City, which means that we might legit end up getting a southern rivalry between Atlanta and Orlando. But for now, I kind of don't see Columbus beat Orlando. I mean, it could happen, but for some reason, I just feel like Atlanta might get the upset. So with that being said, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I think we're going. Yeah, I think this is how it's gonna be. Let me check in the live chat if there's any. I don't think anyone's been watching. Yeah. Okay. No worries. Let me see if I can make my camera a little bit smaller. Okay, there we go. So that way you guys can see the semifinals. So here we are, guys. Here we have the conference semifinals. We got St. Louis City versus Houston Dynamo, LAFC versus Seattle, New York Red Bulls versus Philadelphia, and Atlanta United versus Orlando City. All right, so let's just start out with St. Louis City versus Houston Dynamo. This is going to be an interesting one. Again, just one match, so it will be played at the home of St. Louis City. No second leg, no best of three, just one game at St. Louis City's home. And honestly, oh man, I can't believe it, guys. I think I might legit end up going for Houston. Because let's not forget that they recently just won the U.S. Open Cup, and again it's no duh that they are the best Texas team of the three teams from Texas this season. Compared to FC Dallas and Austin FC, Houston Dynamo has been the best team. And again, there's just something about the Dynamo that they've been just like a strong, like they have. Well, first of all, they have a strong midfield. But they do have a strong team, really, and they've been kind of have like that underdog spirit, and I feel like that will be the case versus St. Louis City because again, St. Louis did end up winning the Western Conference in first place, so they were the number one team in the Western Conference this season. So obviously, Houston Dynamo will be the underdogs if they face St. Louis in the semifinals, and honestly. Oh man, I'm totally pulling an Irish guy here, and I'm totally pulling a crazy card here. I forget what it's called or what they call it, but yeah, I'm pulling a crazy lifeline or whatever you call it. But yeah, I think I might legit stick with this. I think I'm gonna pick Houston Dynamo over St. Louis. Because guys, the truth is, well, first of all, I kind of don't see St. Louis winning MLS Cup. I don't see it happening. And two, I kind of suspect that St. Louis will get defeated in the tournament. Somewhere in the playoffs, at some stage, they're gonna get eliminated. Someone's gonna get the upset over them. So for me, I think in this case it will be Houston Dynamo. So for me, I'm gonna go Houston Dynamo in the conference finals. So that leaves with LAFC in Seattle. LAFC will be home at this point at the BMO Stadium, or is it BMO Field? I get confused because Toronto has another stadium called BMO. I think for LAFC it's called BMO Field. So at BMO Field versus Seattle Sounders at Los Angeles, of course. Literally number 2 versus number 3. I think Seattle got number 2 and LAFC number 3, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we're literally talking about the top 3 best teams in the Western Conference at it in the Western Conference semifinal. So it's a heck of a clash of the Titans right here. But as for the question of who's going to reach the conference finals between LAFC and Seattle, oh man, this is going to be a good one, and it's a tough one. I literally could go with either of them, and I just don't really know which one. I might have to go back with that one. So yeah, I'll skip that one for now. I'll go back to that one later. So New York Red Bulls versus Philadelphia Union. I think for me, this is kind of a no-brainer. I don't see New York Red Bulls. Yes, I know they just defeated the Support Shield winners, but I kind of don't see them pulling it off versus Philadelphia, even though they're going to be playing at Red Bull Arena in New Jersey. Nah, I think Philadelphia will get the win. I swear, if Philadelphia, okay, if we ever end up seeing this in real life, New York Red Bulls versus Philadelphia, it's going to be hilarious if the Union lose at Red Bull Arena versus the New York Red Bulls. It's going to be hilarious. And honestly, I don't really see it happening. It's going to be an absolute flop if Philadelphia manages to lose against the Red Bulls. Again, I don't see it happening. So for me, I'm going to go with Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia is going to go through to the conference finals, which then leaves Atlanta and Orlando. And this will be, I think this will be played at Actually, I take it back. I think this might be played at Exploria Stadium, but I'm not sure how the I'm pretty sure it's going to be played at Exploria Stadium because Orlando got second place in the Eastern Conference, so they got a higher position than Atlanta. But you please educate me in the comments below or in the live chat over the whole seating of who hosts these games. So I'm pretty sure Orlando is going to be hosting, which means that Philadelphia might also be hosting versus New York Red Bulls, with even more reason why I think they're going to win. So let's just say that Orlando's going to be hosting Atlanta. That's going to be a heck of a game because, again, these two teams were rivals back in 2017, 2018, around that era. Southern Derby right here. So it's going to be a heck of a game. But as for the question of who's going to win, I kind of don't see Orlando losing. Again, they've just been so hot. They've been besides for Cincinnati, they've literally been the second most strongest team in the Eastern Conference. So again, I just don't really see it happening. I don't think they're going to lose to Atlanta. Even if they don't host versus Atlanta, I don't think they're going to lose. I think they're going to continue on strong. So for me, I'm going to go with Orlando, which once again leaves me with LAFC and Seattle. Oh boy. LAFC versus Seattle. Oh my gosh, who's going to win? I think, again, if the higher team, if the higher position team is going to host, and I think Seattle will be hosting LAFC at Lumen Field, and if that's the case, then I think Seattle might get the win. You know what, guys? I can't believe I'm going to do this. I cannot believe I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to go with LAFC. Honestly, the main reason why is because of Dennis Bawanga. Golden Boot winner. And I kind of feel like, I know Seattle got second place, but I kind of feel like LAFC has been the slightly more stronger team than Seattle this season. Yeah, that's how I kind of see it, guys, really. And yeah, I think it might end up doing that. We could see Seattle getting upset, don't get me wrong, but yeah. I'm going to stick with this. I think LAFC are going to go through. They're going to go to the conference finals, which means that whoa, what just happened? Okay, there we go. I don't know what just happened. Just loaded out of nowhere. Okay, which means that the conference finals are between Houston Dynamo and LAFC and Philadelphia Union versus Orlando City. So we might as well just start in the Western Conference. Houston Dynamo versus LAFC. Oh, dude, have I been unmuted? Have I been muted this whole time? Please don't tell me I've been muted this whole time. Merrick, please. Merrick, if you're in the live chat, please tell me I wasn't. Please tell me I wasn't mute this whole time. Because if that's the case, I'm gonna be so sad. Let me check, dude. Let me check. Actually, I cannot check. Let me check my phone. Because the thing is, guys, I just realized, like right now, like I just look at the. Hold on, let me see. Because the thing is, got Kirby right here, so it's gonna be a heck of a game. Finals are between. Okay. So good news. I wasn't muted for much, so that's good. You weren't muted for the whole time. Okay, thank you, Merrick. Thank you for that clarification, confirmation. All right, guys. So Houston Dynamo versus LAFC. Ooh. I think in this case, by the way, sorry if I blew the air there. In this case, I think LAFC would be hosting Houston Dynamo. Yeah, they would. Duh. Yeah, they definitely would. They would be hosting Houston Dynamo in the conference finals. I don't know. I'm gonna skip it. Philadelphia versus Orlando. Another one that I don't even know who to choose. You know what? Let me just take a look at the standings really quick between. Hold on, guys. So Philadelphia got 4th place in the Eastern Conference. Excuse me, guys. And Orlando got 63 points. So technically speaking, Orlando is the better team. Between LAFC and Houston, oh my gosh. LAFC got 3rd place and Houston got 4th. And not by far as well. You know what, guys? Screw it. I'm going to go with my gut. I think I'm going to say Houston Dynamo, guys. I'm being dead serious. I think Houston Dynamo are going to go through and they're going to eliminate LAFC in the conference final. So Houston Dynamo are going to be the 2023 Western Conference champions, which leaves me with Philadelphia and Orlando. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Orlando, guys. I think Philadelphia, because in this case, Orlando City would host Philadelphia at Exploria Stadium. So I think I will stick with that. I think I'm going to say Orlando City versus Philadelphia Union. I know I'm crazy for this, but yeah, I think this is where I'm going to go. Yeah, I know Philadelphia could defeat Orlando and once again reach the MLS Cup final for the 2nd time in a row. But I think Orlando's going to go for it. Which means then, guys, that we got the MLS Cup final between Houston Dynamo and Orlando City. And it would be at Exploria Stadium because, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Orlando got more points than them. Orlando got 63 points. Yeah, Orlando got 63 points. Houston got 51 points. So, yeah, Orlando City would be hosting MLS Cup 2023 in this scenario. But you know what, guys? For some weird heck reason, yeah, I know I'm crazy, guys. I know I am absolutely crazy. And I could totally be absolutely wrong for this, okay? Again, I could end up as a complete idiot. In fact, I might not even get all of them right. I might legit end up with 2 matches correct or 2 rounds or 2 picks correct. But honestly, guys, for some weird heck reason, I just feel like Houston Dynamo might legit win MLS Cup. And I know they're gonna have like the lowest odds in the Western quarter semifinals, and really in the quarterfinals. I mean semifinals, really, in the conference semifinals. But yeah, call me crazy, call me wild, call me stupid, call me an idiot. And again, I might end up getting almost all of these wrong. Okay, I might end up like a complete idiot, and I might get almost all of these wrong. I might not even get any of them correct. But honestly, guys, I think I might legit end up going with Houston Dynamo. I think Houston Dynamo will be winning their 3rd MLS Cup championship in club history and league history, really. So there you have it, folks. The 2023 US Open Cup winners will be champions of MLS Cup this season. Those are my predictions. And honestly, guys, I think I might stick to this. Yeah, I think I might stick to this. I'm going to go for it, boys. Save picks. If it allows me, come on. Why is it not allowing me? I don't know why it's not allowing me. Well, whatever. You guys get the drill. There we go. There we go. Save picks. Total number of goals in the whole tournament. Oh, man, that's a good one. I don't even know what to say. 50, 53? Nah, it can't be that much. Then again, there is going to be a best of 3 in the conference quarterfinals. I'm just gonna say a random number. I'm gonna say like what 50? Yeah, you know what? Just 53. Whatever, 53. 53. Submit predictions. Let me see if I can get an image here to show y'all. Save image. Open it. And let me see if I can share with y'all really quick. So just hold on for a second, guys. Hold on. Quick commercial break. Share screen, window. What the heck? Hold on, guys. Why is it not? There we go. All right, let me see if it works. All right, there it is, boys. Oh yeah, beautiful image. All right, there we go, boys. So there is my final predictions, guys. So once again, just a quick review. So I am predicting St. Louis to beat Sporting Kansas City, Houston to beat RSL Real Salt Lake, LAFC to beat Vancouver Whitecaps, and Seattle to beat FC Dallas in the Eastern Conference. I am wildly predicting New York Red Bulls to beat FC Cincinnati, Philadelphia to beat New England, Atlanta to beat Columbus Crew, and Orlando to beat Nashville. In the Western Conference semifinals, I have Houston Dynamo beating St. Louis and LAFC beating Seattle. In the Eastern Conference semifinals, I have Philadelphia beating New York Red Bulls and Orlando beating Atlanta United. In the Western Conference finals, I have Houston Dynamo winning champions of the Western Conference and Orlando winning champions of the Eastern Conference. And for the MLS Cup final, I have the Houston Dynamo winning champions of MLS Cup 2023. Those are my final predictions, guys. Again, call me crazy, call me wild, call me brainless for all I care. I might legit end up being a complete idiot after this. But I'm going to go crazy and wild on this. And I'm pretty sure, you know what? I totally expect this to go all wrong. I totally expect this to get almost all of them incorrect. But you know what? I'm going to go for it. If Irish guy can pull off some miraculous predictions, then I believe that so can I. So before we wrap up today's video / live stream, let me just take a quick look in the live chat. Merrick says Seattle's overrated. You weren't muted for. Oh yeah, you already confirmed that. Gabriel Games, how you doing, buddy? You're gonna lose money if you don't put Sanderson first. Screw that, dude. Merrick laughs on that. Gabriel says, "Nah, bro. On something, thinking Sanders ain't winning." Merrick says Seattle Sanders is overrated. Yes, sir. See, Merrick is smart. Okay, Gabriel. So there you go. But well then, folks, once again, those are my predictions. I'm going to leave y'all with that. Final screen there, as you can see right there. Final image. And if you guys happen to enjoy today's predictions video / live stream, then please do give this a like. Comment down below any reactions to this, any thoughts to it, and, any comments, thoughts, reactions. And let me know, guys, your predictions for the 2023 MLS Cup Playoffs. Let me know, guys, in the comments below. Who do you see winning champion of MLS Cup 2023? Let me know, guys, in the comments below. And until then, if you guys have Discord, please join the Our Soccer Discord server. It is a fan-friendly community for all MLS and US soccer fans. We're talking all about Major League Soccer, especially for the playoffs right now, guys. The link is in the description below, as well as more details of the server. So head on over, guys, to the description, click the link, and join today. If you guys have, actually, I don't have any social media. So yeah, just Discord. If you guys want to join my playoffs league, I will share the link in the description right now after I finish live streaming this. So stay tuned for that. Just like check on back into the video, like about 2 minutes, and I'll have the link posted in the description if you want to join my official playoffs bracket league. And of course, the link if you want to submit your own MLS Cup Playoffs bracket prediction. And until then, again, if you guys have enjoyed today's video / live stream, please do give it a like. Subscribe, guys, for more MLS videos. And for more videos here in the Football Galaxy channel, soccer-related videos. And until then, thank you once again, guys, for watching and for subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have yourselves a great Galaxy night.